headed off on a surprise birthday celebration for Paul. He has no idea where we're going. Any guesses?
No idea.
All right, let's have fun. Start your experience.
Mystery picnic date, Georgetown and Foggy Bottom. Start. Check our suggested packing list for your trip. Do you have these?
Mm-hmm.
Pen and paper, water, bag, cups or glasses, plates, blanket.
Paul found out what his birthday surprise was: a night in DC. The first thing we did when we got there was check into our hotel. Our hotel was in DuPont Circle, although we would be spending most of our time in Georgetown. Once we checked into our hotel, it was time to officially start our mystery picnic. The first stop was on GW's campus, and Paul and I had to make a stop in the school store because we both like to reminisce on our college days. Although our first mystery clue was not leading us to a place where we could get food, it did take us to an iconic part of GW's campus, the River Horse. Here we learned a little bit of history about the university before we walked to Georgetown to our next stop. Our clues led us to Cafe Georgetown, where we were able to get 2 drinks and 2 pastries. Paul and I chose a matcha latte and a chai tea latte, and then we got a cinnamon roll and baklava. We had to solve a pretty difficult riddle to get to our next stop, which was this cute little shop called Say Cheese. This shop is famous for their grilled cheese sandwiches, and on the menu for our picnic were 2 excellent sandwiches.
7, 6, 4, 8.
Trying to solve our next stop. Headed to our 5th stop. We had the prettiest walk along the Georgetown waterfront to get to our next stop, which was a cute little dive bar that is famous in Georgetown. Here we got to choose any 2 entrees from the menu. Our final stop was a cafe where we were getting fruit, macaroons, and some lemonade. The end of this picnic was supposed to lead us back to the waterfront where we could eat everything that we gathered over the time that we went to all these shops. But we were really hungry, so we ended up just eating everything along the way, but we still had such an amazing time. And it wouldn't be a trip to Georgetown without checking out the famous Levain Bakery to get some cookies as well. We started the evening off with going to the Rosewood Hotel in Georgetown, where we went to the rooftop of Wolfgang Puck's restaurant. We enjoyed a couple of different drinks and really gorgeous views of the city. After drinks, we headed down to the waterfront to hop on a sunset cruise around the Potomac. This cruise was really cool to see the airplanes flying incredibly low towards the water as they were preparing to land at the airport. Additionally, we got some cool history as we passed some of the monuments. When the sunset cruise was finished, we headed to dinner at the River Club on Georgetown's waterfront. This place had really awesome vibes, good drinks, and good food. Paul was really excited because we were literally seated right behind the governor of Maryland, and he was a little starstruck. On to our final stop of the night. By this point, we had already been walking around and going for like 10 hours, but we were still so excited to go to Swingers, a golf bar in DC. When we finished our round of golf, we headed to the carnival area where we got to play some carnival games. We played this claw game about 1,000,000 times to try to win Sawyer, our dog, a toy, and every single time it was releasing right as we got to the end, but it was still really fun. Good morning! Before heading home the next morning, we walked to brunch for Paul to have a surprise brunch with his brother who lives in DC. Yay! We had such a fun weekend in DC celebrating, and I feel so lucky to spend another birthday with Paul. Happy birthday, babe. I love you.